Namaste, witchlings. Welcome back to my channel. This is Di's Daily Divination Draw, and I am Di, your favorite yoga witch, living a magical life through yoga. Today is a very dear friend's birthday. She has become a very important person in my life, and I just want to say, Sharon, I hope you have an amazing birthday. And Karen, love it when I make friends online. Another dear friend, it is her birthday as well. So before we get going any further, do not forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Hit the bell if you want to know when I post and go online. So, you know, and drop me a comment if something I say resonates with you today. All right, so our pranayama today. We are going to do Bastrika pranayama. So I'm going to explain it and demonstrate it, and then we'll do it. Bastrika is an energy building. It builds heat. And, you know, it's just a really good one for a chilly day like today, right? So what we do is we take a deep breath in and let your abdomen, you know, puff out. And then you are going to forcefully exhale through your nose, pulling your belly button into your spine. And then as your belly expands again, it will automatically just pull the breath in. And then you're going to exhale through your nose hard again. And going to do this for 5 breaths. So I'll demonstrate. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's what we're doing here. And then after 5 rounds, you rest. And you do this in sets of 5, resting between, building your way up to 20 rounds. So we're going to start with some ujjayi breathing because you start every pranayama with ujjayi. And then we will do the Bastrika. So again, the ujjayi is when you're kind of hissing in your throat. Okay, we're going to do that for 3 breaths. And then we're going to now do the Bastrika. So take a deep breath in. And that's it. So let's see what our cards have in store for us today. All right. Uh-oh. Put the candle out and it smokes. Our tarot. First card today, we have the Ace of Rods, which is saying we're having some new beginnings, some fresh ideas, and an opportunity to branch out. Next, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed, which indicates prosperity and security. So it sounds like that new beginning and fresh ideas is going to be a good one. And then our last tarot card today, we have the Queen of Swords, a headstrong and efficient person who is a source of inspiration. I know someone like that in my life. Next, we are going to have our oracle. First oracle is inconsistencies. There will be a return. And accept for all it is worth. Sounds to me like someone is blowing smoke and is going to try to come back, and we need to accept them for who and what they really are. Give me a moment. Now today's rune. We have Ansus inverted. Ansus inverted. Other names for Ansus are as and ass. Wonderful. It translates to a god or an ancestral god. Keywords being communication, wisdom, divine power, and a message. This is the rune of communication in all its forms, but chiefly verbal communication, whether it involves writing, speaking, or even singing. Messages, advice, or new information may be coming from external sources, or you may just be being asked to pay closer attention to the messages coming from your higher self. This rune also refers to knowledge, reason, and wisdom. In addition to mundane messages and knowledge, this rune is also concerned with divine wisdom and communication with the higher planes. Sacred to Odin, often called the god of wind and spirit, Ansus hints at the potential for prophecies, revelations, or other messages from your allies in the other world. It may also be pointing to a capacity for spiritual growth and new insights. Be extra open to signals from the universe in the form of animal sightings, imagery in the clouds, numerical messages, and other interesting coincidences, better known as synchronicities. In the reversed position as it is today, it is associated with the trickster god Loki, and therefore warns you to be on guard against trickery or deceit in communication from others, as well as from yourself. Don't unthinkingly follow advice or believe what you've been told simply because you like the message. Similarly, don't ignore messages that have importance for your growth simply because you don't want to hear it. We are often our own worst tricksters in how we perceive and process information from the outside world. Be careful not to misinterpret communications or blindly take things at face value. You may be unable to think reasonably and clearly right now. Additional meanings, chance encounters that lead to new connections, beginnings, and opportunities may be possible now. Isn't that what the tarot card said today? Keep your eyes and ears open as you socialize with others, whether it's for business or for pleasure. Reversed in this context, this rune again serves as a warning against being taken in by trickery or deceit by an older person or by anyone you encounter. Its magical uses are wisdom, discernment in a complex situation, enhanced magical workings, success in dialogue or public speaking, success in examinations, inspiration, divine communication. Today's goddess. We have our goddess. We have hell today. We have hell to pay, I guess. It's time to relinquish and release what is not working for you. It's always difficult to acknowledge an ending, but you know what? Goddess of Death Hell is here to remind you that it's the only way to find yourself at a new beginning. You know? Her mythology. We have Goddess of the Underworld. Hel was flung to the realm of death by Odin after a prophecy predicted that she and her brother would bring down the Aesir. Obviously, she is Norse. I forgot to mention that earlier. Uh, in the realm of death, she became its queen and manifested as half human, half corpse. She rides a black horse in the night, calling out the names of those who will be dead by morning. When their spirits leave their bodies, Hel gathers the dead into her warm arms and takes them to her bleak, misty realm, Helheim. Soldiers who die in battle and sailors lost at sea go to different regions of the afterlife, but everyone else goes with Hel into her endless desolation. Call on Hel when it's time to acknowledge an ending and start a new beginning. She symbolizes two opposites coming together to make a whole. All right. Our Namaste for today. We have drink some tea. Boil some water and sit near the steam. Think of the flavor of the teas as the water takes time to boil. When the water is ready, give thanks for the warm pleasure it's about to provide. While mixing the tea, embrace all the smells and take all the scents deep within you. Taking pride and pleasure in the tasks leading up to your reward will extend the experience of satisfaction. Enjoy your tea. Self-compassion. Flip the ratio. For the rest of today, notice the number of self-criticisms and the number of compassionate encouragements that you give yourself. Set an intention to shift that ratio towards compassion. And one last little thing, we have our Wheel of the Year, because it is Samhain today. The Sabbath of Samhain, meaning end of summer, is held on 31 October in the Northern Hemisphere, and in the Southern Hemisphere, it's around the 30th of April. It is the most important of the four major Sabbats and the start of the new year for witches. On the Wheel of the Year, it is directly opposite Beltane, the spring festival of light and fertility. In contrast, Samhain is a festival of darkness and of death. This descent into the stillness of deep winter is part of the cycle of life, however, and as such should be embraced. Light is born out of darkness. It is the place of new beginnings, fertile with potential. Traditionally, fires were lit on the hilltops at Samhain to protect families from bad fairies. In Ireland and Scotland, home fires were extinguished to be relit from the communal bonfires. Food and drink were left out to appease the fairy folk and to ensure that livestock survived the winter. Places were set at tables for the souls of the dead, who took the opportunity of this liminal moment to revisit their old homes. For the modern witch, Samhain is a time to remember anyone close to you who has died and to celebrate their life. It is also a time to rest, reflect on the past year, and dream and plan for the year ahead. Think of it as a time to plant seeds for your future, secure in the knowledge that they will germinate in the soft earth of your imagining and flourish in the warmer months to come. And that's it for today, guys. Do the like, share, subscribe thing if you feel so inclined. Drop a comment if you really liked what I had to say. Now, hop on over to the Patreon for behind-the-scenes videos, exclusive blog posts, access to the Discord server, and a ton more fun stuff. I'll be dropping that link in the description box. Then hop over to Buy Me a Coffee to buy this witch a cup of coffee because I run on caffeine and sarcasm. I am a child of the 80s. Also, if you want a personal tarot reading or a pendulum reading, hop over to yogawithdylin.com and you can set one up with me. If my take on the tarot isn't your jam or you're not into yoga, maybe you'd prefer Reiki or my partner in crime, Erin's take on the tarot. She is completely different and it's so cool. Then come back Thursday nights for the Yoga with Di podcast. Friday nights we do guided meditation to help us all live a magical life through yoga. And then stick around for some outtakes because you know what? Who doesn't love a good blooper reel? Happy Halloween. All right. Ha. Okay, so they honestly think of you because you're a jerk. All right. Our rune. Hopefully, this one shows up today. We have rotate. There we go. All right. Oh, hello. We have a friend over here on Instagram today. Hi, Juan. Today's goddess. I buried her. I suck at pronouncing these other languages. Tell me you're American without telling me you are American, you know? She made 5 different colored stones, each representing one of the natural elements of fire, water, air, earth. Okay. Correction. Self-compassion. And I did it again. I know what card I'm picking up. Our Moment of Zen. Oh, goodness. I think that's everything. And that's it for today, everybody. And the furry overlord, oof, is not being cooperative. There we go. Say hi. The furry overlord says, Happy Halloween. We love you guys. Have a fantabulous, magical, wonderful day. Spread love, spread joy, spread kindness. There's too much hate and discontent out there to need to add to it. Tell your loved ones they mean something. You never know when the last chance you're going to have is. And on that note, I will see you guys later. Much love.